Historically, this is the first year that in a holiday season in the history of Nigeria where fuel price has reduced, and also there is no fuel scarcity, no panic, no long queue to buy fuel. So this is for the first time Nigerians experiencing this, and they are over rejoiced, and in fact they are demanding for more rights, for their rights, now that they know that it is actually possible for the fuel price to go down. Now, there is one effect, one factor for all this to happen, and that is the Dangote's refinery production, which started January 2024, and it's exactly now 1 year, and that has made it possible for Nigerians, to get fuel or petrol in a lower price. And also, for the first time, there's no scarcity panic during the Yuletide, which used to happen in Nigeria from year to year. Now, I'm here to unpack two things. First of all, what is, why the price did not surge, and what is the secret for this fuel price reduction. So why it did not surge? It's because now there is a local refinery company that is, or a local refinery plant that is producing fuel and or refining oil and making it available to the local people, and that has created for the price to be stable. Before, it was only an import, and that import depends on, it's a foreign currency, it's not with naira, so it all depends with inflation and other factors around it. So this is why we the Nigerian, and it's not just any refinery, it produces oil massively, and that makes it exceptional, and bring this result for fuel price stability. And the other thing is that also, Nigeria, for the first time this year, has started to export oil, and due to that's again thanks to Dangote Refinery. Despite that Nigeria is rich in crude oil resource, Nigeria has never had a plant or a refinery that refines its own crude oil. It sells its crude oil, it sends it abroad, and then they import oil. So that makes it totally dependable, the price that's going to be set from by outsiders, who only see their own profit. So this is one answer for why the price of fuel did not hike or did not surge. Now, the other thing is that the secret of the fuel price reduction, let me reveal one secret to you. First of all, you know what, Dangote, most of us might think that since Dangote started to produce during the this president time, Bola Tinubu, we might think that this is, it's during Bola Tinubu's presidency that he has got his license for his factory. But no, he got his license actually 12 years ago when President Goodluck Jonathan was a president of Nigeria. So that was Goodluck Jonathan, was his term was from 2010 until 2015. So he gave for Dangote and for others, for 5 people to refine oil. But guess what? It did not materialize up until now, because it was also Goodluck Jonathan who introduced that he's going to remove the oil subsidy. But the thing is, even if he removes the oil subsidy, there was no, the people resisted it, first of all, by saying that price will go high. and also there will be scarcity. But his explanation at that time was, of course, it's the explanation of any economist or anyone. It's because when there's a person or a refinery that produces it locally, then there will be more competition. Or when the oil is subsidized, removed, then it will attract more investors, because there is no subsidy, the government is not supporting it, so we can come and invest. That kind of mentality it creates amongst the investors, so they find it lucrative and they will come to Nigeria. So not one but two but three but four. So that ultimately will bring competition amongst these investors, and then the price will go down and it creates a stability. Okay, that was the idea. So the people did not accept him, and of course, even if he issues a license to Dangote and for others, for 5 licenses were issued, but the banks in Nigeria have refused to finance it because the oil subsidy was not removed. So they didn't think that these refiners who are going to take their money through loan will be able to return it with because there will not be profit if the subsidy is not removed. So that was the thing. So it was not possible for Dangote and others to build their oil refinery company at that time. So it just only materialized now. So Bola Tinubu went ahead and he removed it. But the thing is that this does not make Bola Tinubu the good guy, because Bola Tinubu went ahead and removed the oil subsidy, knowing that, because if you remove a subsidy and you don't have local producers, it is, it's known that the price will hike and there will be a scarcity because there is high demand. It's only the import that's available. So Bola Tinubu, knowing still there's no local refinery, and he still went ahead and removed the subsidy, and that, and also the inflation, like 33%, and Nigerians are living now in chaos. So it's crazy how the inflation went up, and that really created a big crisis. And for Dangote, even if he started to produce during Bola Tinubu time, you all know here how we brought the story, how this man or this refinery company have been fooled and still by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, which is owned by the government. So they did not, Bola Tinubu and his administration did not want Dangote to materialize. Dangote has to actually, risking his life, expose the government, the officials, what they're doing by collaborating with the international oil cartels. They call themselves OIC, the Organization of International Oil International Companies, something like that. But we call them the Oil International Cartels, okay? So by collaborating with these cartels and the government officials at NNPC, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, have prevented Dangote from becoming a reality, almost. I mean, finally it happened. It was during April, was it in April? Yeah, 2024, for the first time in Afro Exim Bank in the Caribbean, he exposed both the locals in the government administration and the international cartels, what they are doing and what they have done against Dangote before, the production, the refinery company started to refine oil. So it's after that he went bits by bits exposing the government, because he saw the response of the people, how the people backed him behind, and then he started to expose more and more, and then fighting him with price, and then fighting him not selling the crude oil, the Nigerian crude oil to him. And in fact, for some months he has to import crude oil from outside, although Nigeria has its crude oil, and selling it from outside. So basically he ended up buying Nigerian crude oil, but only it went thousands of miles away from Nigeria, sold with a foreign currency, and come back. He has to buy it with foreign, instead of making it available in a local currency. That would have helped him, if he buy his raw material in the local currencies, then that makes it ultimately to have the final product for the consumers in a lower price. But the government did not want this. They just worry about their own pockets, and they have been looting. This has been the case in Nigeria, looting people's money. And it's the most corrupted country, the most corrupted government officials. Recently, Bola Tinubu and actually William Ruto are the most corrupted two heads of states in the world, or was it in Africa? But so you see, that is what was happening. So even if I just wanted to clarify that even if it is during Bola Tinubu's time that the subsidy, the oil subsidy was removed, it was not with good intention. Tinubu removed the subsidy to continue only with imports that would have, made it even more chaotic than it is now already to the Nigerian people. He didn't care. So Aliko Dangote has to fight, and he said he don't care for what's happening in his life after this. So he was more interested to do good to the people. So anyway, some good things happen for Nigerians, and that is the stability of, because oil is a source of everything. And congratulations, and Dangote has done it once again. In terms of price during this Yuletide, then it is now per liter naira 976. Still, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is selling it on naira 1,060, someplace 1,080. But saying Dangote, bring it down. Now they started to sell it with 965 naira, 965 for this holiday season. And Dangote, it was 976. Now bring it down 935 per liter. So, but in some other places still, the NNPC continue to sell per liter between 1,060 and to 1,080 naira. So that is the thing. Really well done, and this is all due to Dangote Refinery, and credits have to go where it is due. So it's interesting. Now people are, another result of this is that people now, they have seen that it's possible for fuel price to be stable. Then now they have started to ask their right, which is to bring the fuel price even more down. Now there are in the articles that I have read, there were like one commentator and one analyst who gave their opinion, saying that one of them said, actually, since for a production the main thing is the raw material, which is true, and Nigeria has what it takes. All the crude, the crude oil is available in the country, so there is no way that the refinery companies continue to sell this oil around 1,000 naira per liter. And that commentator said it should be naira 65, where it started. It was like this, and it should be like that. Another analyst said between naira 400 to 500. So it all differs, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and let us know in the comment section what do you think of this factor, or this Dangote effect on Nigeria's the Yuletide cycle of price hike and scarcity of fuel now that has been broken thanks to Dangote. So let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? Do you agree with this? Or, what is your opinion to Niger? It was Buhari that actually passed the law to remove the subsidy. Well, but we saw it, I don't know, implemented in Tinubu time, right? To Niger, and greetings. Alex, this Nigeria can turn Africa around in a year if they can put corruption behind. Oh my God. If, was it Mandela? I think it was Mandela who said, the great Mandela, when Nigeria gets it, then the whole continent will get it. So, I mean, there are Nigerians are talented. We have an amazing people who are representing not only Nigeria but the continent globally. The mind is there. It's just that this corruption and this corrupted people who are in the government, and who see themselves as it is their turn whenever government changes. It doesn't matter, they just see it, okay, this is my turn, let me just get some money, all of this administration, the government has to start to check their behind. But the thing is, the president himself is like that, he's corrupted, so I don't know, he will do it. But the people have to for example, the civil society organization coalition has called for transparency and to audit the $20 billion account that was spent on building the 3 refineries that Nigeria, one in Port Harcourt, another one in Wari, the third one in Kaduna. Now, the Dangote effect, actually, let me just add this, not only brought the price down, not only broke that cycle of fuel scarcity, but also what it has done is now for these local refineries, because now the civic society organization coalition have asked, how did you spend this $20 billion in building these local refineries, and none of them are operational. Now, after that coalition demand, you know what? Port Harcourt immediately started operation, and then now recently Wari is following. So Port, basically now there is in addition to Dangote, there is also Port Harcourt, which is a government refinery, have started to work, and it's enough for both these actually to supply the whole Nigeria, and also starting to export as well, as they are doing right now, the Dangote Refinery. So it's really, the effect is immense, what Dangote has done. Well, let me just stop it here, because, Dangote Refinery is something that I have been following, and that man is really, really doing a great job. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. And let us know in the comment section, what do you think about this? And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.